With that, I want to proceed to start with our short presentation, and I want to summarize our water reliability strategy that the Water Authority is currently engaged in. If you're not familiar with the Water Authority, I'm sure most of you are, the Water Authority was formed as a public agency nearly 70 years ago to help meet the region's water needs. We serve 24 member agencies, and our boundary is the northern part of San Diego County, Riverside, and Orange County, and we extend down to the Mexican border. There's 36 board members that comprise the board of directors that are appointed by the respective member agencies. And our service area is quite large, 950,000 acres, and we serve 97% of the county's population. And our primary function is to build, own, and maintain large-scale water infrastructure. Water Authority member agencies, like I said, there's 24 local agencies. They're comprised of 6 cities, 14 water utility agencies, 3 irrigation districts, and 1 military base, it's Camp Pendleton. During our presentations tonight, we're going to refer to an acre a foot a lot, which is a measurement in the water industry with regards. And what does that mean, 1 acre a foot? Well, 1 acre a foot is about equal to 1 foot across the size of a football field, 1 foot deep, and that's 1 acre foot. It's about 326,000 gallons, and that's enough to supply 2 families for a year as far as average demand. So you're going to hear that term as we go through our presentations tonight in acre feet. Moving on, just to focus in on the San Diego County's water supplies, we actually have a mix of water supplies from the Colorado River and the State Water Project. And you can see that 80% of the water in San Diego County is imported outside of the county. Depending on the mix between the Delta and the Colorado River based on water conditions in Northern California and the Western Rockies, that amount can be blended with those 2 sources. But typically, the Colorado River provides 50% or more water to San Diego County. The rest of the supply, the 20% that's not mentioned there, is provided by local supplies, conservation, and efforts to try to meet our needs with local supplies. Now, before we talk about what the Water Authority's plan is and strategy to go forward to meet the needs of the San Diego County from a reliability standpoint, you have to go back in time to 1991-92, and these were the headlines in the newspapers during that time. We were in the 4th year of a severe drought, and Metropolitan Water District had cut San Diego County's supplies by 31%. And then subsequent to that, it actually taken action to cut our water supplies by 50%. If it was not for the Miracle March in 1991, that's been known with regards to the rainfall and snowfall, we would have had to move to 50%, which would have had a devastating effect, even more than we were experiencing already. And we clearly learned 2 lessons from that event. One is, without reliable water supplies, San Diego's economy and quality of life would be threatened. And 2, the region relied too much on a single source of water and had very little control of that water supply. The community was very vocal during that period and told the Water Authority to never let that happen again. So if you were to look at our water supply portfolio in 1991, if that was your financial portfolio and you had a financial advisor advise you on what to do, he would say diversify. And that's exactly what the Water Authority did. They moved forward with a strategy to diversify their water supply portfolio. And the movement forward to diversify has been very successful. If you look at 1991, we relied on 95% of our water through Metropolitan Water District. In 2011, this year, we currently rely on 48% of our water supply from Metropolitan Water District. And I'll get into the diversification in a minute. Our goal in 2020 is to reduce that down to 23%. This is a tremendously successful program, and I would challenge anybody to come up with another water agency that has made that much progress in that short a time to diversify your water supply. And I think it's something that the area can be very proud of our success. Now, one of the cornerstones of our diversification program is the Imperial Irrigation transfer, water transfer, and canal lining projects. In 2003, the Water Authority secured a water conservation and transfer agreement with the Imperial Irrigation District to transfer water as part of the bigger project to conserve over there and transfer here. We're also receiving additional supplies of water through 2 canal lining projects. As you can see from this chart, that these agreements provide the region with a substantial amount of water over the next 100 years. The terms of the agreement provide the region with 160,000 acre-feet of water just this year, and the agreement allows for increments to kick in over the next few years. By 2031, these agreements will reach their full allotment allocation, which would be 280,000 acre-feet on an annual basis, which is a considerable amount of water with regards to our total demand in the San Diego region. And this is an annual supply. The development of local supplies has also been an area we've been moving forward. The Water Authority has invested several $100 million into projects to help our member agencies develop local water supplies. Currently, we're planning to add desalination, water desalination to the region's water supply. We have established term sheet for purchase agreement for the Carlsbad desalination project, and that is ongoing with regards to that project. Hopefully, will be successful. And we're also conducting studies on several other potential projects for desalination to keep an eye onto the future and make a decision, the feasibility of those projects in the future with regards to our supply and diversification for reliability. We expect that some of these local supplies, including desalination, to meet 30% of our region's demand by 2020. Together with our member agencies, the Water Authority has made a lot of success in water conservation. And during this last drought, we have experienced a lot of cutbacks, first and foremost by the agricultural community, and then by the municipal industrial community with regards to demands. Our demands are down well over 20% over the last 2 years. And this has been as a result of our efforts over the last several years to deal with the restrictions in water to the area as well as the drought. And it's very important that we realize in the future that using water wisely really needs to be the new social norm as we move forward. And we can't let up, and we need to continue to educate the public that that really is how we need to proceed into the future. Conservation is a very important part of the diversification portfolio. Let's move into infrastructure investments.